the old Cincinnati Library before being demolished. A grand architectural marvel that stood from 1874 to 1955. The picture that you see was originally intended as an opera house until Truman Handy's company went bankrupt in 1868. This magnificent building found new life as Cincinnati's main library. Opening in 1870 at 629 Vine Street, it housed 60,000 books with a capacity of 300,000. While architect James McLaughlin designed it, librarian William Frederick Poole was the visionary behind its operations, keeping it open 7 days a week and prominently employing women. Despite its grandeur, the building had serious practical issues: heat in summer, poor lighting, and coal soot covering the books in winter. By 1955, overwhelmed by its collection and maintenance challenges, the library was demolished. The Night to Remember, December 5, 1933. The end of Prohibition and a historic day in American history. After 9 years of Prohibition, Americans had grown tired of the failed experiment. Statistics revealed the scale of illegal operations that bootlegged stills had increased from 32,000 in 1920 to 261,000 in 1928. By 1930, underground operations were producing 118 million gallons of illicit wine and 683 million gallons of beer annually. With only 1,786 enforcement agents struggling against this tide, change became impossible. Utah became the crucial 36th state to approve the repeal on November 7, 1933. And by December 5th, the era of national prohibition was officially over, marking the first time in U.S. history that a constitutional amendment was revoked. The 4,000-pound elephant seal. Roland the elephant receiving a bath from his handler at the Berlin Zoo in 1930. Roland was more than just a zoo attraction. He was a beloved figure at the Berlin Zoo in the late 1920s. This massive elephant seal, weighing 4,000 pounds, would have commanded a harem of 25 to 40 females in his natural habitat near the Falkland Islands. His legacy lived on even after his death during World War II, with the zoo creating a bronze cast of his face and German taxidermists crafting a detailed model. The Hassanlu lovers. Two individuals found in an eternal embrace circa 800 BC. In 1972, archaeologists uncovered a scene in the ancient settlement of Hassanlu, Iran. Two individuals, unknown victims, were found in what appears to be their final goodbye. Though both showed signs of trauma, no definitively fatal wounds were visible on their bones. This touching tableau, displaying an intimate moment frozen in time for 2,800 years, was exhibited at the Penn Museum from the mid-1970s to the mid-1980s, telling a timeless story of human connection. War is Hell. American soldier wearing the slogan, "War is Hell" in Vietnam, 1965. The man behind this powerful image was Larry Wayne Chaffin, captured during his unit's deployment to Dong Xoai. The message on his helmet, "War is Hell," spoke volumes about the reality of combat. Upon returning home, Chaffin showed this photo to his wife, Fran, joking it would make him rich someday. Like many Vietnam veterans, he struggled with civilian life and died at just 39 from diabetes complications, believed to be caused by Agent Orange exposure. A Soldier's Goodbye, Penn Station, New York, 1943. Life magazine photographer Alfred Eisenstadt captured this moment during World War II, showing the raw emotion of separation. The photograph reveals more than just a farewell. It captures the uncertainty of wartime romance. The soldier's gentle hand on his wife's arm offers comfort, while her tears speak to the deep anguish of separation. These images became powerful symbols of the personal sacrifices made during the war, showing how global conflict touched individual lives. A View from Above. Windows on the World, World Trade Center's North Tower Restaurant, 1976. Windows on the World represented more than fine dining. It was a symbol of New York City's culinary excellence. Opening in 1976 atop the World Trade Center's North Tower, This legendary restaurant revolutionized American dining by blending international cuisine with regional ingredients. Its wine service, particularly in the Cellar in the Sky, set new standards for restaurant excellence. While its story ended tragically on September 11, 2001, the restaurant's impact on fine dining culture continues to influence the industry today. It remains a powerful symbol of New York's culinary innovation and the human cost of the 9/11 attacks. Wear a mask or go to jail. During the Spanish flu pandemic, California, 1918. This remarkable photograph, taken by Raymond Coyne at Mill Valley's train station, captures 7 members of the Hash and Eggers hiking group, with one woman wearing a sign declaring, "Wear a mask or go to jail." This wasn't merely a suggestion. Local records show 4 men were fined $30 each, equivalent to $570 today, for refusing to wear masks in public. The image is relatable to modern pandemic measures, showing how public health emergencies have long required community cooperation. March against the hijab law. 100,000 Iranian women protest, Tehran, 1979. On International Women's Day, March 8, 1979, Tehran witnessed something unexpected as over 100,000 women marched against the new Islamic government's mandatory hijab ruling. The protesters came from all walks of life: nurses, students, and mothers, all united in their opposition to compulsory headscarves. Despite their powerful show of solidarity, many participants later faced warnings and arrests for defying Islamic dress codes, marking a significant moment in Iran's ongoing struggle for women's rights. Muhammad and Samir. A blind Muslim man carrying his paralyzed Christian friend, Damascus. 1889 photographer Tancred Dumas captured this powerful image of human friendship in Ottoman Syria. Muhammad, a blind Muslim man, carries his best friend Samir, a Christian with dwarfism and paralysis. Now preserved in the U.S. Library of Congress, this photograph goes beyond religious and physical differences to show the importance of friendship. Their story challenges stereotypes and demonstrates how human bonds can overcome societal divisions. First black student at Oklahoma University. George McLaurin was segregated from his classmates, 1948. The person you see in this picture is George McLaurin, and his story represents an important moment in American civil rights history. At age 61, he became the first black student at the University of Oklahoma, though forced to sit apart from his white classmates. McLaurin was supported by future Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, who challenged these conditions. Despite the discrimination, McLaurin excelled academically, ranking among the top 3 students and proving that talent knows no color. Annie Oakley's mirror shot, shooting over her shoulder using a hand mirror, 1899. The girl in this picture is Annie Oakley, who transformed from a poor Ohio girl hunting to feed her family into America's premier sharpshooter. Her most impressive feat was shooting accurately using only a mirror's reflection, as you can see in the picture. After winning a shooting contest against Frank Butler at age 15, whom she later married, she joined Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, becoming its highest-paid performer after Buffalo Bill himself. Her acts amazed audiences worldwide, from shooting cigars from her husband's hand to splitting playing cards edge-on at 30 paces. Her legacy lives on in stage musicals and films, including Annie, Get Your Gun. Cudjoe Kazula Lewis, the last known survivor of the Atlantic slave trade, early 1900s. Born as Oluwale Kosola around 1841 in present-day Benin, Cudjoe Lewis survived the last known slave ship to enter America. At 19, his life was brutally interrupted when Dahomey soldiers raided his town during his warrior initiation. Transported to Ouida and sold to Captain William Foster of the Clotilda, he endured a horrific 45-day journey across the Atlantic with 110 other slaves. His survival and story provide a direct link to the horrors of the slave trade, preserving crucial historical evidence about one of humanity's darkest chapters. Goebbels learns the truth. Nazi minister's reaction to learning his photographer was Jewish. In what began as a routine photo session at Geneva's Carlton Hotel, photographer Alfred Eisenstadt captured a chilling transformation. Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels, initially relaxed and happy, revealed his true nature upon learning his photographer was Jewish. This picture shows pure hatred in Goebbels' eyes. First aerial photograph. View of Boston from above. October 13, 1860. James Wallace Black made history with this remarkable photograph, taken from a hot air balloon above Boston Common. This oldest surviving aerial photograph opened new possibilities in photography, later advanced by George Lawrence's kite-mounted camera techniques. The image captures a Boston largely lost to time. Much of what we see was destroyed in the Great Fire of 1872, making this photograph an invaluable historical record. This picture not only documents the city's past but marks the beginning of aerial photography, fundamentally changing how we view and document our world from above. And with that last photo, we have come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more awesome videos just like this one. This has been Timeless Photos. Thanks for watching.